It's a Miracle Monday, and today we're sharing the story of a little girl who, at 5 years old, continues to defy all the odds. Our Marangeli Lopez is here to introduce us to Blake, and Marangeli, I'm glad you got to spend some time with her and her family.
Oh, let me tell you, David, I'm also very glad and super blessed that I was able to spend some time with them. When Blake was born, her doctors diagnosed her with a very rare condition and said that there was a good chance that she wouldn't even walk or talk on her own. But now she's running, she's speaking, and thriving. Take a look. Inside this typical kindergarten classroom, we find a room full of joyful toddlers learning about the days of the week. And if you look closely, you'll find a sassy and inspiring little girl, Blake Barney.
She's worked so hard to get here.
This is her mom, Siobhan.
I think every parent wants their kid to belong and to be in a classroom with other age-appropriate kids. Like knowing that she's in there and she's participating and she has friends and she's a valuable member of that classroom. It's everything.
The journey to this classroom hasn't been easy. Blake was born with a rare genetic syndrome,
Hypotonia, ataxia, and delayed development,
or EFB3 HADS for short. Only 30 cases reported in literature, and a little over 200 people worldwide live with it.
Because her syndrome is so rare, 95% of them had never even heard of it.
Together with doctors and specialists, Siobhan and her husband have learned how to properly care for Blake.
And I remember crying to my husband and saying, how are we going to cath this child every 3 hours?
Blake's bladder doesn't flow on its own. She relies on her caretakers to release her urine through a catheter. Blake also has limited mobility and a speech impairment.
Well, is she going to not be able to walk? Is she not going to be able to talk? Is she not going to be able to communicate? Even if she can't talk, can she at least communicate her needs and her wants?
With help from her Children's Miracle Network community, Blake is a happy, healthy little girl.
Blake has made tremendous strides, not just medically, but also socially. You know, as you can see, she has so many friends here.
Once a month, Terry Heller sees Blake's progress firsthand inside the respite program.
So this program is very valuable to our families.
You like it?
Trained nurses care for children with special abilities, giving parents a much-deserved day off.
And their parents get a day of respite to do whatever they need to do to recharge their batteries.
And children like Blake find acceptance.
It's become where she belongs. She belongs there.
And a place to develop her skills.
Doctor.
Faster than anyone could have expected.
Can you tell me how you're feeling?
She went from not being able to talk to using her voice and her device to help her communicate her feelings. And instead of using a walker, Blake is running, she's dancing, and playing sports.
She's healthy. She's healthy, and that's the biggest thing.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's certainly amazing. And Blake's parents expressed to me the importance of spreading the word of that respite program. They got a chance to go on their first date in months. There they are right there. They went to the movie theater, watched the Elvis movie, all with peace of mind, knowing that their daughter is in good hands. To find out more on how you can get this free help, you can visit our website, cbs19.tv. We have details on that respite program there.
So great. That's so much love you can see from everyone involved, from her parents to the teachers. Just
yeah, and it's so scary whenever doctors tell you that your child's not going to speak or talk or be able to do anything on their own, and then seeing your child defy those odds is just outstanding.
Yep, truly a miracle. Thank you so much, Marangeli.
Yeah, of course.